Hello guys! It's time for another exciting episode of Pokémon The Alternate Take, where we take a fresh approach to designing some of our favourite Pokémon. In this episode, we're tackling Rattata, Raticate, Spearow, and Fearow. But don't worry, we're not just tweaking their appearances, because of course we have some rules. We're allowed to change their type to a certain extent, while staying true to the original creatures that inspired them. But we can change them completely if they fit a better concept. We can't change information such as weight, height, or egg group, etc., and we must use all previous inspiration for the design. However, we're free to add new elements to make them unique and stand out from the rest. And if you're wondering, I can only change their name if they're a Paradox Pokemon. But the real issue with these four Pokemon is that they're just too bland. They're a simple representation of the animal they're based on, and we need to spice things up. So get ready to see some wild and creative redesigns as we strive to make the four of them truly shine like the stars they are. Rattata, the sickly Pokemon, a normal and poison type. Rattata is often found in unsanitary conditions, such as sewers and garbage dumps. Due to its unhealthy living environment, its fur has become matted and discolored, and its body has become frail and emaciated. Despite its sickly appearance, however, it is incredibly resilient and can survive on very little sustenance. It has also developed a keen sense of smell, which it uses to locate even the tiniest scraps of food. Its bite is weak, but it often carries diseases that can infect those unfortunate enough to be bitten by it. For this particular redesign of Rattata, I was inspired by the fact that animals, particularly rodents like rats, can be carriers of infectious diseases, often living in sewers and garbage dumps. Rats are exposed to all kinds of pathogens and bacteria, which can then be transmitted to humans and other animals. As such, I wanted to showcase Rattata's association with such diseases in its new design. To reflect this, I made Rattata a normal and poison type, which fits perfectly with its role as a carrier of disease. I also added some sickly features to its appearance, including pus-filled spots on its body and a discolored fur plume around its neck, which gives the impression of infection. However, despite its new sickly appearance, I still wanted to make sure that Rattata remained a cute and appealing Pokemon, so I gave it big green eyes and a playful expression. The green eyes also help to represent Rattata's new poison typing, while the poison on its fur plume further reinforces this aspect of its design. Overall, I think this new Rattata design does a great job of capturing its role as a carrier of disease while still remaining charming and lovable. Raticate, the plague Pokemon, a normal and poison type. Raticate is said to be a harbinger of doom, with its very presence striking fear into the hearts of those who witness it. Despite its ominous reputation, it is said that Raticate only appears when it is necessary, serving as a warning to those who would ignore the signs of impending disaster. Its bite is said to be particularly venomous. The Raticate of Pokémon The Alternate Take is a haunting creature that is sure to send shivers down your spine. Drawing inspiration from the infamous plague doctors of the Middle Ages, this Raticate is a dark omen of death. Its fur is dull, lifeless, and grey, and is covered in numerous spots and discoloured patches of fur, giving it the appearance of a sickly animal. While its fur may still have a purple tint, it is very much a husk of what it used to be. Its face is adorned with a skull-like design, with a pointed snout that resembles the beak of the bird mask worn by the infamous plague doctors. To further emphasize the ominous and foreboding nature of this Raticate, it has been given ribcage-like armor on its shoulders, creating an intimidating presence that is difficult to ignore. It is still retaining the normal poison type from its pre-evolution. It is said that when this Raticate appears, it is a sure sign of impending death. Its mere presence strikes fear into the hearts of all who see it, as they know that the end is near. Its eyes are still piercing green, and the purple tint on its fur serves as a warning of the poison and infections that it carries. Few dare to cross paths with this creature, for they know that doing so could mean the end of their journey. Spearow, the tiny bird Pokemon, a pure flying type. Spearow are often seen as a sign of bad luck, as their aggressive nature and piercing cries can be a warning of danger to come. These Pokemon are known for their sharp beaks and quick movements, which they use to fiercely defend their territory and fend off any perceived threats. Spiro have been known to attack larger Pokemon and even humans if they feel threatened, and their attacks can be quite painful. Trainers should use caution when approaching wild Spiro, as they will not hesitate to attack if they feel their territory is being invaded. For this redesign of Spearow, I wanted to make it a pure flying type and give it a more ominous appearance. Taking inspiration from its reputation as a sign of bad luck, such as black cats and other such omens, I opted for a dark grey and near white colour scheme to give it the appearance of a skeletal bird, and also crappy Halloween skeleton costumes. To make it fit in with the other first stage Pokemon I've redesigned, I changed its proportions slightly and got rid of a few details to its design. Its wings are longer and more pointed, giving it a more aggressive and dangerous look. Its beak is also sharper, and its eyes are now an empty black to reference what is to come. Despite its spooky appearance, Spiro remains a fiercely competitive Pokemon with a strong territorial instinct and a tendency to attack any perceived threats. Its sharp beak and powerful wings make it a formidable opponent, and it is often used by trainers for battling and to get its evolution, which is a dangerous Pokemon that is wanted by all for its sheer aggression and power. But that's only if it gets serious. Spearow, the spirit bird Pokemon, a ghost and flying type. This Pokemon is known for its calm and collected demeanor, which can be quite menacing in the right circumstances. Its cold gaze and quiet movements make it an omen of certain death to those who encounter it. Legend has it that those who are grabbed by its talons are flown to the afterlife. Its wings emit an eerie, ethereal glow as it takes flight, and its ghostly powers allow it to pass through solid objects with ease. Its cold and collected nature is menacing and is said to be an omen of certain death, often appearing to those who are nearing their end. And of course the dex entry is slightly inspired by Drifloon. But what about everything else? Why is it ghost flying? Why is it like this? Fearow's appearance is inspired by the Grim Reaper, with its large heap of jagged feathers representing the cloak that the Grim Reaper is often depicted wearing. Its skeletal features, including a skull-like head and beak that ends in a small hook, are a nod to the scythe that the Grim Reaper is said to use to collect souls. But the most frightening aspect of this Pokemon is its dual nature. Its calm and collected demeanor is a facade, a front to those who have already accepted death. For them, Spearow serves as a gentle guide to the afterlife, using its talons to lift them up and fly them to their final destination. However, for those who resist death and fight back, the Spearow's demeanor changes drastically. It becomes an unstoppable force of pure rage, a relentless predator that will stop at nothing to claim its prey. Its ghostly abilities make it even more formidable, and it is inspired by the vulture, an animal that would already be seen as an omen of death, an animal whose sickly appearance is so distraught, an animal who hunts those who are already dead, a perfect pairing for the Grim Reaper. This is Spearow. Despite its fearsome nature, many cultures revere Spearow as a sacred creature that represents the cycle of life and death. Its haunting cries are said to be a warning of impending doom, an omen of certain death for those who hear them. It is a reminder that death will always come for all those who have ever walked this plane of existence. And that's a wrap for today's episode of Pokémon, the alternate take. I hope you all enjoyed seeing the new and improved designs for Rattata, Raticate, Spearow, and Spearow. I had so much fun putting my own spin on these classic Pokemon, and I hope you all loved them too. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel to see more redesigns of your favorite Pokemon and even see the growth of my ever-expanding Greece-based region. Don't forget to leave a comment down below letting me know which design was your favorite. In the next video, we'll be taking a look at the redesigned and final design for the grass starter of the Vonaleo region, my own region based on Greece. And in the next episode of Pokemon The Alternate Take, we'll be giving a fresh new look to Ekans, Arbok, Pikachu, Gigantamax Pikachu, and Raichu. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.